Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're back with the weekly NFL predictions. Today, we're going to predict the Week 12 NFL games. And yes, you already know, in Week 11, I went 14 in 1. I only made one mistake. Guess what it was? The Bears and the Vikings. That's the one I got wrong. Besides that, I got every single prediction correct, except that one. This is my best statistical week in the entire season because that's the most I got right, I think, in 1 week. Wow. Week 11 was super amazing for me. Yes. I understand, you know, I usually would say we're going to recap, but we gotta already tell you. Like we usually do, we're gonna do the week 11 recaps, and then we're gonna do the week 12 predictions. Yeah, that's pretty much that simple. Yeah. So let's do the super amazing review how I did week 11 and then predict the week 12 predictions. Let's get it going. So yeah, I obviously, the Patriots one, I got that one, that was kind of obvious. My Dolphins advancing to 4-7, y'all already know. I kind of saw that one coming out. I don't think it was going to be that close, but it happens. The Panthers, I told you they're going to win. The Texans, it was close, but you got the dub. That's the game I told you I got wrong right there. Packers got away with the win. That's good. The Jaguars crushed the Chargers. I actually didn't see the Jaguars crushing the Chargers, but yeah, let's get it going. And Bills, I see. I don't. You see, the offense beat a good team. That's confirmed. That's just confirmed. Yeah, it's confirmed. Bills won. You see? I didn't even trust that pick anyway. Cedars destroyed the Bengals. Rams got away with the win. That's good to see. You see, I was doing pretty good. Ravens. See, I tell you, the Broncos are serious this year, bro. I've been telling you for a while, man. I knew it. Eagles, see, boom. See, this is just, I'm being serious, bro. This is a beautiful record. Like, I think I never see it looks fake, bro. What? Oh, when I was at week 11 recap, I didn't even want to recap it. We just gotta see how good we did. So basically, in a nutshell, I got basically whatever I said in week 11 predictions, I was spot on. Even that Vikings game, the Vikings could have won. So I could have went 15-0. Yeah. Hey y'all, could I one day get a perfect prediction? I don't know. Could this be the week? Could this be the week I do it? You never know. It's any week, any given Sunday, right? All right, and now enough for the week 11 recaps. Recaps, basically flexing how good it did. All right, but for real though, we kind of recap what actually did happen. But yeah, let's go to the week 12 predictions and let's get this going. So week 12, we start out in Thursday night football. Also, by the way, I'm 1,000, top 1,000 in the Pick'em League. That's pretty high up out there. I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of people in the Pick'em League. So, that's a lot. Alright, let's just continue. Alright, let's start with Thursday Night Football. It's 14 games this time. So it's a bit less, but still. It's only one less. We got Thursday Night Football. We got the Buffalo Bills versus the Houston Texans. This is a weird matchup. I'm not gonna lie. Most people will say easily the Bills, but hold on a minute. The Bills struggle with good defenses, and my Dolphins are not that great of a defense. And you saw how that happened in Hard Rock Stadium. The Texans are the best. They have the best D in the NFL. Um, Watch out with the Texans. They can actually be. In Thursday nights has been a bunch of upsets, a ton of upsets, y'all. Like a whole ton. It's not even funny. And Thursday night can be the game that can pull upsets. The Bills, are interesting. They can lose some games and then they can win some games. The Texans can make the Bills have a. This is gonna be an ugly game. Trust me. The Bills are not gonna have a fun time scoring. Texans are gonna really put that on them. But the only reason why I got the Bills winning is because the Bills are gonna provide more offense than the Texans. If CJ Stroud was playing, I probably would have picked the upset to pick the Houston Texans, but see, the Texans not ready to go. beat that team. But this is gonna be a close game anyway. But I trust the Bills a bit more. I, hey, you never know. Maybe the Texans will be winning. I would not be surprised if the Texans win this game. I'm not holding. I might make a mistake here, but you know what? I'm gonna give it to the Bills. Even though I don't want to. I'll give it to y'all. I'll give it to y'all. Y'all gonna barely win a defensive match. Y'all probably gonna win 16-13 because the Houston Texans don't have an outline or anything. They can't even put that much points on the board. You're gonna outscore them somehow and win the game. That's why I can see this going. So yeah, I'm just gonna say the Bills win this in a close one. Yeah. Now on to the 1 o'clock game on Sunday. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Chicago Bears. Okay, this is a weird game. The Bears, I don't know how to feel about the Bears. They're 7-3. To me, that's way too much for the Bears. Pittsburgh Steelers are 6-4. I think that's a little too low for them, but to be honest with you, Steelers have been playing the inconsistent game on defense and offense, and it's not even funny. Look, I'm not gonna lie, this is a toss-up game. To be honest with you, another toss-up. Now, most people will say the Bears will win this, but you know what, bro? The Bears have been beat. Like, who the Bears really beat, bro? Don't forget the Bears conceded 50 points this season. Okay, so their defense can mess up any given Sunday. And you know, the Steelers have done some interesting things on defense recently. So the Steelers defense can get on this Bears team. Oof, this is about to be an interesting game. This is going to be a tough pick. But I'm not gonna lie, so far this might be one of the toughest picks in week 12. I'm not gonna lie. Like this could be any game. I don't even know how much work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pick the upset. I'm gonna pick the Pittsburgh Steelers to take the win. Now here's why. The Steelers are currently only one up by the Ravens. And I know they want to win this more than the Bears because the Bears, I don't see the Bears winning the division or anything. I don't even know how they're 7-3. But you know what? They are 7-3. Give y'all credit. But I'm not going to lie. Bears, they have to prove yourselves. Steelers, you must win a game to get, a little bit more up the division, And you know what? I'm going to trust the Steelers a bit more to win this game and win it in a very close one. But their defense is gonna actually carry them because I don't see their offense doing anything. If that defense performance comes to this game, I'm definitely picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game. But yeah, this is gonna be a close one. I'm gonna have the Steelers edge out on this one. But yo, Bears win, that'll be a huge one for the Bears. But I don't know, man. Are the Bears that team? Or I'm just the one tripping here. Then we got the New England Patriots versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Alright, look. You can tell this game is going to be interesting. The Patriots, even though you're 9-2, I guess you're contenders. I guess you're back. I guess whatever the heck I could say about the New England Patriots. They're back, right? Whatever, blah blah blah. They're back to owning the division, maybe a dynasty. The Info Empire's back, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Funny enough, I don't want to say it because they really just don't. They have the easiest schedule I've ever seen in my lifetime. This team can win 13 games all because they have nobodies in their schedule. It's embarrassing. Actually. This is a good team for nothing. Put them in hard. You know what? Matter of fact, put them the hardest schedule in the NFL. This team would be probably a losing record. I'm being serious. But I'll give y'all credit. The Bills, really? Dolphins beat the Bills. Hey, y'all. Buccaneers, Bills beat the Buccaneers. Like, look. New England. Your two teams above 500 you beat are starting not to look that impressive anymore. So, you gotta actually start winning these. You gotta cut with your games. Dude, you don't got a really bad opponent. You don't got a really hard opponent. The Bills is like the only opponent even that you own them for years, bro. Come on. Let's start with this. Either way, you're gonna continue cupcaking your schedule and win probably the division and file. But you know what, bro? You're not gonna get away with this one in the postseason. So you know what? Continue racking wins. But you know what? I feel like you're gonna be one week what do you call these? First round goodbyes. Y'all gonna be first round goodbyes, literally. You're gonna go to the wild card round and lose. That's simple. That's the type of team you are right now. I don't even care your record is. Prove me wrong, because you probably are team's gonna prove me wrong, aren't you? Because you kind of already did a little bit. See, I need to see Tampa going back to form. Tampa's been off form. Bills are interesting. Like you can catch any division rival. Like Patriots, I think the only impressive win was the Bills, and even that, I don't even see the Bills that impressive because the Dolphins beat the Bills. So I'm gonna stop saying that. But yeah, I'm gonna have New England easily beat the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm gonna stop criticizing the Patriots. They're good this season. They have a good coach, very mid roster, and yeah, they're gonna win this game. And that's simple. We can't do anything about it, y'all. Their cupcake schedule, and even if they have some season 500, they did win. So you know what? They're good enough to be in this very no discriminating. We can't make too much excuses, but they are 9-2 in the end of the day. They're a good team at least, right? Patriots continue winning. That's simple. Then we have the New York Giants versus the Detroit Lions. Detroit is gonna bounce back after that loss to the very bad loss to the Eagles. Not even that. It was not really that great of an offensive performance, but you're gonna definitely bounce back on the New York Giants that just clinched a losing record season. So you're gonna be at home at this one. So you're gonna destroy the Giants. I don't see the Giants having no motivations for the rest of the season. I think they're gonna probably think and get a first round pick or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have the Lions easily winning this one. There's no time wasting this one. Lions offense is better. Their defense is gonna have a field day. It's gonna probably be an easy though, but hey, any given Sunday, right? I'm not gonna waste my breath on this one, even though the ones I can say that those are the ones we get wrong, right? But yeah, I'm not gonna say the Giants. Say Giants, y'all been falling off. Y'all could upset some teams, but I'm gonna say actually, you know what? I'm not going. You're gonna go face the Patriots next week. You own those boys. You own those boys. So save this. Think about next week. That's what you should do, Giants. We're New England can lose, you know. All right, I gotta stop hating on them. I'm hating on New England this game today. I'm really hating on New England. It's just even though I really didn't hate them, it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. There's some days I hate them, and some days I'm like, you know what? They actually are a good team. I'm just tripping. I don't know how to feel about New England. Some days I'm like, okay, they are good. There's no excuses. Then the next thing I say, they're bad. You're gonna see that inconsistency into the postseason when the postseason approaches. So don't worry if I say anything about New England. I'm gonna continue. I'm a Dolphins fan. I do not like the Patriots. That's just that simple. You want it. All right, I'm gonna say the Lions win that game in a big fashion, actually. Then we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are at home. They're at Lambeau Field. They are better at home, even though they have 2 losses in a row at home. They're going against the Vikings. The Vikings, they're just falling off, man. They only beat the Lions, but that was probably an upset win. This is gonna be a close game because it's an NFC North game. That's how it is. But I don't see the Packers dropping any more games. Not to these type of teams. Not to their division rivals. The Packers are trying to win as much as they can. And yes, this is gonna be the game they're gonna win. They're at Lambeau. They're gonna win. Minnesota is not that great. And yeah, Packers, you gotta continue racking up because you continue your win streak. You gotta win that as much as you can because your division's slipping away. And yeah, watch out. The Bears are somehow good. Watch out. You never know. But I've got the Packers winning and trying their best to get that, division. Then we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Tennessee Titans. We're not even gonna waste a breath. The Seattle Seahawks came from a fresh L, and it was a pretty close game against the Rams. They battled the Rams hard, even though Darnold threw 4 turnovers. That you know it was like 4 picks is not good, but you know what? Seattle got outmatched on the road, and it is what it is. You don't win them all, Seattle, but against bad teams, you destroy bad teams, Seattle. You could have beat the Rams, but it doesn't matter. I see you guys are a really good team. You know, one of y'all, the Rams were, y'all still a good team by 2 points. You could have even won that game. So you know what, Seattle, I'm gonna give you credit. You tried hard, played it hard, you did everything, but you know, we're not the better team Saturday. But there are no way after we being one of the top 5 best teams in the NFL, after dropping one game to another good team in your actual division, you know, at least you had a respectable L to a really good team. Now you're gonna go against the only one-win team in the NFL. This is easy dubs. Nothing to waste time. Tennessee's really bad. They don't even know what they're doing. Seahawks are gonna win by 50. I'm not even trolling. I think this is the game they're gonna put 50. And watch out, they might put 60. I've been scared when Seattle puts 38 points in half. They just don't put it the second half. This might be the game they put more points in the second half. They might hit a 50 burger. No, don't put 70 because that's my Dolphins. Okay, do not start doing that. That's why I started hating. But yeah, I might have Seattle winning this game. I'm not gonna waste my time with this one. Just some easy picks. Don't ask me why I'm wasting my time. Then we got another easy pick. I'm not gonna lie. We got the Indianapolis Colts versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, most people are gonna say the Chiefs are gonna win. Why? Because they're Chiefs lasers. But the realistic pick is the Indianapolis Colts coming from a fresh bye are gonna easily beat the Chiefs. And I'm not gonna lie, who's gonna stop the Colts? Their defense? I'm not sure. Really? No Colts are gonna put 30 points on the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are not gonna put 30 points. Okay? Not against the Colts. You're not tripping. Like, I don't even care in Arrowhead, bro. That don't matter. Not against an offense like this. If the Chiefs had a decent defense, I'll be saying otherwise, but yeah, I don't even know, man. Y'all 5-5 for a reason, Chiefs. And the Colts are 8-2 for a reason. And I trust the Colts a bit more. They came from a bye week. They're cooling down a little bit. They're trying to refresh a little bit after having a little bit of a oopsie against the Steelers and, you know, even making that game. To beat the Colts, it's really tough, by the way, if you didn't know. It's just people forget and people are running the Colts off again. Watch out. This is going to be the game that reminds everybody that the Colts are contenders. So this is going to be an easy one. Actually, not an easy one. It's going to be a very close game because that's what the Chiefs are going to put up the field because they're in Arrowhead. But the Colts are going to prevail and win the game. And the Chiefs, I don't trust the Chiefs at all, bro. Just, I ain't gonna lie. And honestly, from a 7-1 team is gonna go to the end. It's just crazy collapse. The Colts want to get a winning record and they want to win division badly. They want to already make the playoffs, so they're gonna win this game and they're gonna try everything to win this game. And this game is pretty important as well because you need to make sure you know who you're beating as well. So, Colts are gonna win, and this is gonna be the game that proves them they're actually contenders. And the Chiefs, I'm not worried about y'all, even though y'all gonna probably be 5-6 after this game. Not worried about y'all. Y'all always wants to make the playoffs. Your second half of the schedule is pretty easy. I looked at it. Y'all might just rally like 6 wins in a row. I'm not even trolling. But yeah, this can be the last time the Chiefs lose the postseason. I'm not even trolling. We'll see. We'll see. I trust the Colts a bit more. Therefore, I said last week I said the Broncos were gonna win. Everybody said the Chiefs were gonna win. I remember that. Who was right at the end? The same thing is going to happen this time. Actually, the Colts actually beat the Broncos, funny enough. So that's another bonus right there. I can tell you. Also, I won 14-1 last week, so you should listen to me closely on this one. Then we have the New York. New York is the worst team to ever exist. The Jets are bad. I don't even know how they're 2-8. That's the most biggest performance in NFL history. The Rams are trying to come back to win the division and make the playoffs. Jets, who the heck are the Jets? Now I'm gonna waste my time. The Lamar Jackson team is gonna destroy the Jets all over the place. They're at home. They're trying to do a playoff push. They're trying to get there. And the Jets are really bad. Really, really bad. This is going to be an easy win for the Ravens, and this is going to be an easier win for they can continue rocking up the points, and they can go above 500. Yes, the Rams are going to win this game. Nothing more to say about that. Then we have the Cleveland Browns versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Never mind, this is actually the hardest pick. Who's gonna win this one? I'm gonna get this one wrong because I don't even know who's gonna win. I should say the Raiders just because the Browns are not good. Like I don't know who to pick here. This is scaring me. I don't know who to pick here. You know what? I mean, good. Both teams are bad. Both teams are no. I don't know who's gonna win here. You know what? The Clean doesn't even play on the road good. You know what? Fine. I got the Raiders winning. Why not? The Raiders are not even good as either. But the Browns don't have a. I don't think a road victory yet. And you know what? If they're at home, they play very well. But for some reason, on the road, they don't know how to play. They lost to the Jets on the road. So you know what? Forget it, bro. I'll have the Raiders winning this. I think the Raiders are better than the Jets. I'm gonna have the Raiders winning this in the most ugliest game in existence. But yeah, Jets will win. I mean, Raiders will win. And I don't even trust this one. I'm not confident in this one because then this one is just a toss up. I ain't gonna waste my time with this. I guess Raiders. I'm gonna guess this one wrong. Watch. Then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are not that great, y'all. And you know what? Jacksonville came from a fresh, massive win. It'll be funny if the Jacksonville Jaguars lose this game, but just there's no way. I'm on Jacksonville Jaguars winning this game. And yeah, Cardinals, it's not doing that great, but it's alright, bro. But I'm gonna trust the Jacksonville Jaguars to win this game after that massive win against the Chargers. So yeah, Jacksonville, could you make that playoff push? We'll see. But yeah, they're gonna win this game. Nothing else to say. Then we got the Philadelphia Eagles with the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys, you have a good offense, no defense. Philadelphia has an okay offense with a good, super defense. Who's gonna win? Philadelphia. They trying to go back to the Super Bowl. It looks like they're trying to go back to the bowl. And I don't see the Cowboys winning this game. They don't have a defense. And plus their offense against that defense, like, bro, week one was close because, the Eagles weren't electric on defense just yet because they had some injuries and stuff. I think, I don't know if I can recall. But this game, the Eagles defense is going to be lights out. And Cowboys, when you limit their offense, is going to be another game. This is going to be the type of game it's going to be that. I'm gonna have the Eagles easily taking away their offense. It's gonna be an ugly game. This might be even a blowout. Got the Eagles winning this one pretty easily, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if this might be close because it's on Dallas, but I trust the Eagles to win that. Then we had the Atlanta Falcons versus the New Orleans Saints. What is this? Why is so much hard games and so much easy games? I don't like that. Toss up. Toss up. You know what? I want for my Dolphins. I kind of want the Saints to be worse, but what does it matter? They're at home. Atlanta's not good, but I think Atlanta's inconsistency. They just they're trying to win every. They just don't know how to win and close out games. But you know what? I'm gonna have Atlanta winning this game. Why not? They're not gonna. This is the type of game they're gonna win for some reason. No, I don't even know. This is a random pick. I don't think New Orleans from 1-8 going to win. That'll be crazy. I guess Atlanta's gonna stop the little win. I guess whatever. I guess Atlanta because Atlanta wants to stop their little. Atlanta's gonna probably win this one because not because they're better and also Atlanta's interesting team. This is gonna be an ugly game, but I'm gonna have Atlanta Falcons barely. The Falcons barely win this. An ugly one, but yeah. Saints, y'all not great, so man, I don't trust y'all at all. Y'all just gotta win. I don't know what y'all talking about trying to get this pick y'all. No way. Then we got what could have been a banger Sunday Night Football. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now the Sunday night might not even be that great because the Rams might steamroll the Bucks after I don't even know what's happening. I don't even know what happens to the Bucks. But the Bucks might fall off completely out on the face of the earth. And you know what, bro? I feel bad for the Bucks. They're going against another pretty complicated team to beat, and the Rams are so on the absolute run right now. There's just no way I can pick against the Rams. The Rams are in an absolute electric mode right now. They're going to try to go win that division, and they're even trying. They're Super Bowl contenders. Okay, they're confirmed to be Super Bowl contenders, and they're gonna prove it this game. They're gonna continue winning more games. Tampa, too bad, so sad. You can upset the Rams. That'll be amazing, but hey, I just don't trust y'all. I just don't trust y'all. Not after what y'all been doing now. Hey, some Patriots, right? Then we got Monday Night Football. The Carolina Panthers, the San Francisco 49ers. Panthers got weird. Inconsistent. You only know how to beat the Falcons and some random teams above 500, and you lose to the Saints. You know, or get blown out by the Patriots and by the Bills. You know, and somehow beat my Dolphins. You're so weird, Panthers. Then San Francisco looks like a team that just knows how to beat regular scrubs, and then when they go against a team that's much better than them, they just get destroyed. So I think this is a favorable matchup for both teams. This could be a toss-up, but San Francisco is the team that's gonna probably win this game because San Francisco is that type of team that they don't look they're injured, super injured, but for some reason they're good enough to beat good enough to beat teams like the Panthers. I think. You know what? I'm gonna have the Niners win this game. I trust the Niners to win this Monday night game. They're at home and they're well coached with that injured roster. So yeah, 40. I'm gonna put 30 and 8. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it for my week of 12 predictions. And yeah, I rushed this. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. New England slander is gonna continue. I don't care if I'm just being biased about it. But yeah, that's my week 12 predictions. And yeah, you agree with me or not? Doesn't matter. Let's hope I'm going 14 and 0 this time. Watch, I'm gonna go predict this week. But yeah, that's the end of the video. See y'all next time. Also, Dolphins are in bye week. That's why they didn't predict it this week.